Light FM.
106.7 Light FM, Cubby along with Christine, and it's really a tradition. You know,
Yes, it
the
is.
cold air comes in, Light FM goes to all Christmas, and then we hook up with our good friends over at the Hess Toy Truck and Hess Corporation. The general manager is here, and I've heard great things about him. That's from you, Christine, though. I don't know. She's not always right, but I'm hearing great things about.
What do you mean I'm not always
I'm
right?
kidding. I'm joking.
Of course I am.
Justin Mayer is here. It's a tradition. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm wonderful. It is a wonderful time of the year.
Make some
Thank you so much for having me
Yes,
back.
Thank you
Hess
for
Truck's
being
back!
here.
And better
it's
than
better
ever.
than
Yes,
ever.
better than ever.
Yes.
It
I
really
know.
is. I mean, when you see and hear the commercials, you know it's that time of year.
It is. And that sort of that we joke, right? It's better than ever. It's not just our jingle from the commercial. It's actually our philosophy about how we approach each year's new toy, trying to really make it something better than ever before.
Yeah. And how do you outdo I feel like you outdo yourself every year.
That's the goal, and it's a great challenge. And so our design process can take years, in some cases up to 6 years, because we're constantly iterating until something feels like it really is amazing and better than something we've done before. We just don't do it. And so this year, 55 years in the making, because it's been being asked for since the beginning of time.
What? And it's finally here?
It's finally here, the first ever Hess tow truck.
Whoa!
Yes. Let's hear it for the Hess tow
The
truck.
Hess tow truck. And now, so it's actually the Hess tow truck rescue team, and it's a team because it's not just one tow truck, it is two tow trucks.
Look at this.
Because the big truck starts as a flatbed and it actually transforms into a full tow truck with both a regular tow and a wheel lift tow truck.
Very
You actually
cool.
have 3 different towing things. So when we talk about doing better than ever,
Yeah.
we're not just like, oh, okay, we finally have a tow truck. We have a tow truck that tows 3 different ways with like cool triple towing action. It's pretty amazing.
That's so great. I love it.
Have you met people that have, I'm sure you have, but like how far back do people collect some of these? It's
From the beginning.
Over,
So-
is it over 50 years,
Yeah,
right?
55 years. We
55
started in
years.
1964, and there are folks that have collected them from the beginning. And I often get the question, well, wow, how's it become such this tradition, and why do people collect it for this long? And I think it all goes back to the value of creating a really amazing toy that's really fun to play with at a really affordable price, and that really lasts. The quality is something else. And so because they last over time, they get handed down from dad to child, or from grandfather now to child, in some cases now great-grandfather to great-grandson. So it stays in the family, and
Yeah.
it's been really something special that gets passed down, and it continues to grow. And
Well, they're definitely collector's items and sometimes a little hard to get a hold of. So are they still available?
So this year's is still available.
Good.
So we sell out every year.
Yes.
And we always tell folks that are interested, especially your listeners, if you're interested, don't wait long, because they'll be gone long before Christmas actually rolls around, as
Right.
they have been forever. This one just went on sale about a week and a half ago, and so it's available now. It's only available at HessToyTruck.com online, but it comes with free shipping. No worries. But that's the only place to get them. But definitely do before we're sold out.
And we're teaming up with you guys for our annual holiday gift wrap event. And I want you to tell us more about the Hess Toy Truck and kind of like how you guys give back for the holiday season.
So it all starts back in 1964. So one of the reasons this was started as a toy in general was a bit of a give back. It was Leon Hess grew up during the Great Depression and recognized that kids, including himself, didn't necessarily get toys. And so not only did we make the toys at such an affordable price point from the very beginning, but donating toys was always a part of the program and has been from its inception. We're actually a Gold Star partner with the Marine Toys for Tots. So we give away tens of thousands of toys annually to them, and we have for decades. But beyond that, we also partner with other folks like yourselves
Thank you.
to make sure that we get folks in the local area, whether they're hospitals or boys and girls clubs, things of that nature, who really can't afford this toy anyway. We want to make sure that we try to give back. So
Yeah.
we do that every year.
These are always a big hit. And, at the gift wrapping party, everybody wants to grab them.
Right, exactly.
And wrap them up, but maybe play with them first if possible. But we promise we'll be good. We'll make sure they get into good hands.
We hope so. And obviously they're built to play with. There are a lot of fun features. And we know they're collectibles as well. But with the different tow features and the always fun sounds.
What else,
Christine,
what else does it
Your
do?
ride's here, Christine.
Can you imagine rolling up in a big rig like that?
I've needed one of those on 1 and 9 on the drive-in in
Exactly.
the morning. Yes.
Yeah, we got some. Actually, the most fun, I think, is this really cool ramp activated sound when you pull out the back ramp.
Oh, that's cool. You've come a long way since
So it's fun.
1964.
Ooh, I
Well,
like that.
that's just right. Look, back then it was just under $2, and
Right.
now it's in the $30 range. But the toys are totally different. They're massive in size compared to the ones that used to be. They come with multiple toys at a time, sounds, and even this little guy here, the smaller of the two tow trucks, has a friction motor.
Yay!
So we really try to outdo ourselves.
We're never
going to
grow up, are we? We're never going to grow up. I love
play
it.
all day. This is wonderful.
Landed with me.
Hey, Justin, is it true Hess is donating 108 trucks this year for the RWJ Barnabas Children's Hospitals?
We are.
That's cool.
We
Oh,
do
that's
donate to a number of area hospitals, RWJB.
Great work.
Yeah. It's a wonderful organization, and the kids there, particularly at Children's Specialized Hospital, which is part of that, that are there for a long time in many cases, can really use the holiday cheer this time of year.
That's who, and we've been working with them as well and sending the wrap gifts over to them, and they're just wonderful.
Right, that's how the whole gift wrapping thing, it all stems from that. It's my first year doing it because I've been at other radio stations at iHeart, but never at Light FM. I've always listened to the whole thing. But so the gift wrapping, the gift wrapping we do eventually makes its way to the hospital.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly, yeah. So we're always so happy when you're here and you're a part of it. What are your plans for the holidays this year?
Selling toy trucks.
Are you going to take a break at any point? You've got a family.
Yeah, of course. I actually, so I'm the biggest fans, and often those who have a big opinion about what the design should be, other than Santa and the elves, are my two kids that are 9 and 10 years old. And I do spend time with them at the holidays, but generally it's pretty busy for us until the toys are sold out.
How many meetings do you have with Santa and the elves? Is it a lot? Is it conference calls? Is it one-on-one?
Well, it requires a special sleigh ride up to the North Pole. The actual designs originally stemmed from the very beginning from fleet items, so real trucks that were used in the Hess business. So whether they were gasoline tankers dropping gas at a gas station or fire engines that were used at the refineries that Hess had. So they were actually based on real products, And then back in the 90s, we actually changed that, and we really focused on playability to make sure that the kids were using them, because we had heard so much about they were built for kids, but they were being left in boxes to be collected and gain value, which is great too. But we really wanted to make fun toys, and so we transitioned into toys that were super fun and great to play with over time. So as you come up with these crazy ideas, it can take years to come up with them. And we do listen to what fans are interested in, but we're also looking just in general things that haven't been done before, or things in the past that were really great that we can update in some really cool modern way.
What really stood out to me, I went to HessToyTruck.com and I looked at all the years of all the different trucks. And there was one from 1980, and it was like a Winnebago. So it was like all these different trucks, and then a Winnebago out of nowhere. I'm like, what did someone make a mistake?
Yeah, and that's actually one of my favorites, because there's a couple of stories around the Winnebago. The first one is it was truly a product, a truck used by Hess. We had a fleet of Winnebagos, and they were used as training vans that would go around to the different gas stations and train new employees. And the other thing that's really great about that, it was the first television commercial was in 1980 using that Winnebago.
Oh, really? And with the jingle, do you know?
So the jingle started a few years after that, but it's actually been over 30 years using the Hess Trucks Back jingle, which is based on the Angels song, My Boyfriend's Back.
Right.
For those who may not recognize it.
Royalties. Somebody's still getting paid, right?
Great longtime partners with us, the great guys, and some of them are still here in the city, which is nice. And it's been actually one of the longest running jingles on television.
Yeah, that's why it stays in our heads.
Oh, yeah.
It works.
It works, definitely. Well, anything else we haven't hit? I mean, we were live here with Justin Mayer, General Manager, Hess Toy Truck, Hess Corporation. Anything we haven't hit on that you want to touch on?
I think, again, because you mentioned it, right? It sells out every year.
Yes. Fans
that are interested should get on HessToyTruck.com and get them now. Folks are still sometimes looking for those gas stations, but they're no longer around. We exited that business about 5 years ago. So HessToyTruck.com, it's free shipping. It gets delivered to your door. It's $35.99. That includes 6 Energizer batteries and that shipping.
And if Cubby wants the Winnebago, because I'm kind of feeling that.
eBay?
Yeah, so we don't have any old toys. They sell out every year, but there are collectors that are out there that are offering them up. Some of the original ones will run you a couple $1,000s.
Well, not to put you on the spot, what is the usual deadline? Like, if you don't buy your truck by this date, it'll be gone. Like, is there?
So
if you had
I
a
can
rough
tell you, in the
estimate?
last few years, we've sold out sometime in the first or second week of December. Certainly in the first 10 days of December, you want to make sure you've made that purchase.
We got to get a move on.
Yeah, and for anybody who's buying any holiday gift this year, for us or not,
Yeah.
from somebody who deals a lot with shipping, right? FedEx, UPS, all these online buyers, more and more people going online, it does clog up shipping. So the FedExes and the UPSs and the postal services, they do slow down, and everybody looks at that. What's the last day I can order? And whatever you're ordering, do it in early December, because there's no guarantees that they're going to get it there, no matter, if you wait till mid-December.
That's a great public service
Yeah.
announcement.
I'm glad
Thank
to
you.
help.
Yes, definitely. I need the reminder.
Yeah. Justin, we love the partnership. Again, it's my
thank
first
you.
year at 106.7 Light FM. I'll be with you doing the gift wrapping, and it's great that it's all going to be helping out a lot of kids.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here and do this every year, and
Such a
appreciate the
pleasure.
partnership. It's really wonderful. It's a wonderful time of year, and thanks for what you guys are doing with the kids.
Thank you.
106.7 Lights FM.